The game produced by Group 4 Entertainment will be an action/adventure game played from a top-down perspective, where the character controls a disgruntled cactus who, after being taken from his family and his beloved Mexico, sets out to find his way home. This is a tale of angry chefs, aliens, and the efforts of one brave cactus to reunite with those he loves. So, all in all, a pretty odd story indeed.
The main selling point of our game is the player-activated environment effects. These are never seen in indie-style games such as this, and we hope that that will give our game a unique edge over other games like this. Also, the randomness of our game is very unique to it, as there is a lot of realism in the game market these days, and we think that bringing back randomness will give our game a bit of an edge over all those games. The target audience for our game is anybody who enjoys a challenge. Any age, any gender, just if you enjoy a challenge, you will most likely enjoy this game, as it will be very tough, and it will be very hard to get through without getting hundreds of deaths. Comparable titles would probably be games such as Hotline Miami, as it is in very similar style in that it's top-down and you will die in pretty much one hit. There are certain circumstances where you will not die in one hit, but most of the time you will die in one hit. That's why this game will be very kind of tight in the rooms that we make for it, and there will be not much room to breathe, and you'll need to be very fluid for how you play the game.
The game will feature a horde mode style of gameplay in which the player has to defeat 20 waves of increasingly difficult and varied enemy types in order to gain the best score possible and fastest overall time through the course of the 20 waves. Players will be able to achieve more points by chaining kills together and beating the waves as fast as possible, adding to the replay value of the game due to the player wanting to try again in order to beat their high score. There will be a variety of different levels in the game in order to keep the game interesting. These levels will not only offer visual variety, but also gameplay variety as well due to the interactive elements in the levels. The levels in the game range from a restaurant, in which the player will be able to flip tables and use them as cover, to a swamp, allowing players to use the dangerous crocodiles waiting in the water to eliminate his enemies without getting eaten himself, as well as an alien spaceship, complete with deadly floor panels and aliens wielding ray guns. These creative and unique levels we hope will keep the gameplay fresh, interesting and unique to make sure the game doesn't get repetitive and remains fun.
When it comes to the enemies, there will be 4 that we have planned out so far to put in our game. The chefs, which are going to be turkeys, the police, which are going to be pigs, the prisoners, which are going to be rats, and the aliens. Each one will be used in a specific way. For example, the chefs will kind of be a mix of ranges because they have their cleavers to use at close range, and they can also throw their knives for long range effect. And also when it comes to the police, they will be mostly long range because they have pistols, but they will also be able to be short range because they have their batons. As we do not have much experience in actually creating games, we thought it would be a great idea to make the game in chunks. For example, we're going to be making the horde mode first, which, as it is probably the easiest of any section of the game that we want to create to make. This will give us something to present when the time comes. And it will also give us a chance to get used to the game, the characters, and the mechanics especially, which would allow us to easily flow into the story mode, as we'll just be adding to the mechanics that we've already placed in. And if we do not have enough time for the story mode, we'll probably add a lot of unlocks for the game through the horde mode, giving a better victory condition, in that it's not just winning and getting a good time and a good score, it's also getting lots of unlocks for your character to make the game a bit funner next time. Thank you for watching.